Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So I'm here with a really cool surprise today, and it is the Google Pixel 4a. Yes, I got my hands on one, they added me to Team Pixel, and now I'm here to share this wonderful pixely goodness with you in this unboxing and first impressions video. Lots of cool things going on here. 5.8-inch screen. They bumped up the battery, gave a little bit more juice there. It's got a Snapdragon 730 processor in it, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and still has a best-in-class single camera setup on it. So lots of cool things in here, and it's $350, which I think is one heck of a deal, especially since it has 128 gigabytes of storage. But before I tell you everything about the phone and completely, waste the entire purpose of watching the video, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's take the sucker out of the box. All right, here we are with the Pixel 4a, the just black model. That's the only color it comes in, unfortunately, no other fancy colors, but that's totally cool because it's only $350. It's got a 5.8-inch OLED screen on it, 128 gigabytes of storage, and these little sticker pull tabs on the sides of the box, so you don't need to worry about using a knife or scissors or anything like that. Really easy to pull apart, and then you just take the box off and you get to the phone. Now, it does have a plastic finish to it. It's not really frosted, but it doesn't feel like glass for certain. And you can see the fingerprint sensor on the back there. Looks like the selfie camera's in the top left corner. I'm actually okay with that. I really don't mind peephole cameras or cutouts or punch outs or whatever in the world the industry wants to call them this week. I don't like the teardrop ones, so I'm okay with this. We've got that mint green power button over on the side with the headphone jack on top, so that's a nice thing. People will be happy about that. USB-C on the bottom along with the downward firing speaker, so you're good to go there. The phone itself is actually really light. It feels balanced, which I'm happy about. It doesn't feel cheap by any means, but it definitely doesn't feel like uber premium, like it's made out of glass or anything crazy like that. Go ahead and press the power button and fire it up here. We'll set it off to the side while we finish going through the box. So here we are with the ever popular documentation, which nobody cares about. But on the back side of that, you can see the SIM removal tool, which is important, so you can put your SIM card in. We have a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is fine and dandy. We've even got in there the quick switch adapter, which is totally useless with this cable because you have to have a USB-A to USB-C to do it. So anyway, we got the adapter in here as well, so you got the power brick straight out of the box. It is 5 volt, 3 amps, so you're perfectly taken care of when it comes to quick charge, which you shouldn't need to worry about too much because it does have a 3140 milliamp battery, which is perfectly good for the Snapdragon 730. It's not the most powerful high performance processor in the world, so it's not using too much of the battery. And then there's the quick switch adapter that I was talking about as well. Go ahead and set up the fingerprint sensor on here. It is very responsive. It's very accurate as well. You just tap your finger on the back when you get it set up and you're good to go. So no facial recognition, but at least they have this on here, and I like that it's on the back. Ta-da! Here we are with the Pixel 4a. We've got it out of the box. I've had a little bit of time to use it, and I have to say, it's kind of refreshing. And every time I get my hands on a Pixel device, it is refreshing because it's basically as bare bones as you get, but it has all of Google's implementations like the call screening, which I totally love. I'm actually glad they got rid of one thing though. It doesn't have the little squeeze feature on the sides anymore to activate the Google Assistant. I never liked that, and quite honestly, I ended up activating it too many times just holding on to the phone, so I'm not losing any sleep over that. But at $350, a lot of great things going on here. Of course, it's running Android 10. It's going to get Android 11, Android 12, all that stuff when it comes out on it because they support their phones for basically forever. It comes in only just this black color, which I guess maybe they did to keep the cost down. I'm totally fine with that. You're going to put a case on it anyway, and then their little cloth cases they have, they're actually really nice. I have one on my Pixel 3a XL. Totally love it, and they hold up pretty well. We've got the headphone jack on the top. We've got the USB-C on the bottom. It's quick charge, so you can get recharged pretty quick. It's got a 3140 milliamp battery. I know there are some people that are complaining about the battery size, but the Pixel 4a had a 2800 and change milliamp battery, and they had a 90 hertz refresh rate on it. So I'm fairly certain that with the Snapdragon 730 in here, with the 1080p resolution and no extra improvement on the refresh rate, you'll probably be pretty good with that. 6 gigabytes of RAM, which I think is totally fine. 12.2 megapixel camera on the back. I'm going to take some pictures. Of course, I'm going to make lots of content with this phone. I'll do my 72-hour impressions video. I'm going to do a camera review. All those good things. But today is just the unboxing and first impressions. It is made basically out of plastic. Plastic body, Gorilla Glass 3 screen on it. It seems pretty durable though. I don't have any real issues with it. I do like that they moved the camera up to the top left for the 8 megapixel selfie camera. I did take a selfie. I don't really do a whole lot of that, but yeah, I did go ahead and take a selfie, and it did a lot. It makes me look good, but it can't do anything about my hairline. So I think that the picture turned out pretty good though. I have no complaints there. It's very light, it's very well balanced. It does have, of course, this camera bump on the back here, even for one camera. I don't know why they decided to take up so much space other than just to make it uniform looking with the other Pixel 4s, like the 4 and the 4 XL. I do like that they bumped it up to 128 gigabytes of internal storage. That's fantastic, straight out of the gate, because a lot of people are going to compare this to the iPhone SE. Whether that's fair or not, I mean, go for it, sure. But the iPhone SE has 64, 128, 256. I'm glad to see that they started it off at 128. Even though there's no 256 option, thank you for not doing a 64 gigabyte storage model. 6 gigabytes of RAM with the processor that's in here, I think is totally fine. I know I've made some complaints about other phones only having 6 gigabytes of RAM, but Google and their Pixel phones are as good as it gets when it comes to memory management and all the stuff that they do with their very, very bare bones, basically native version of Android. I have a lot less concerns there, especially since Google's the one that's handling it and not some third-party manufacturer with their own software implementations. So if it were a flagship phone, I would say, yeah, it needs at least 8. But for a budget $350 phone, I don't have a problem with 6 gigabytes of RAM. The screen actually looks really nice. I'm glad it's an OLED and not an LCD. If it were an LCD, I'd be like, I'm just a big fan of OLED, even though LCDs are perfectly fine. I just like OLED. It is 1080p, which is nice. It's funny, the phone feels so small, but in reality, it's the same size screen as the iPhone 11 Pro, or the iPhone 10, or the iPhone 10s. So having a 5.8-inch screen, I think is totally doable whenever it comes to a $350 phone. And if you want to compare it to the iPhone SE, it's got a 4.7-inch screen with a much smaller, less impressive resolution on an LCD screen. So there are some nice things here, and of course the headphone jack on top if you want to plug in your headphones, earphones, whatever. Even though they didn't come in the box, but I mean, whatever, that's fine. It does have the fingerprint sensor on the back. There's no facial recognition. There's no IP rating. There's no wireless charging, but I'm totally cool with those things for $350. If they were to charge more money for this, and we're talking $450, $500, I would be more concerned with some of those compromises. But when you look at the landscape of $300 to $400 Android phones and what you get with the camera in this, it's got a really nice screen, it's got a great price on it, and it's got Google, and it's going to be taken care of with software and security updates all the time for years. I like it. So I don't really have any problems with it. I think that it's good, and I've had pretty much all the Pixel devices. I had, starting with the Pixel 2, I had the Pixel 2 XL, I had the Pixel 3 XL, I had the Pixel 4 and the 4 XL, and the 3 XL. So I've had lots of these phones, plenty of experience with them, and each time you get them, it's a really nice, refreshing experience. You don't have all the extra stuff that's on there like you do with like a Samsung or an LG or some of the other Android phones that just like to throw everything on there. So that's all on my unboxing and first impressions of the Pixel 4a. Looking forward to spending some more time with it. Looking forward to making my other reviews and videos for you guys to check out here in the near future, so I can give you all the information that you need prior to when it comes out where you can buy it. Well, you can buy it now, but it's not going to be out till August 20th. So hopefully, if you're on the fence about it, I can give you some of the information you need to make a decision on whether you're interested in picking one up or not. But that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you get updates when new videos come out. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you guys next time.